Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy TF, and I got some interesting news straight out of Comic-Con New York, which was the release of Steven Universe Future with an all-new theme song. Following the events after the movie, this season will serve as an epilogue to the main story of Steven Universe, ultimately tying up any loose ends within the main story while making the fans happy. Guess we dodged the hiatus. So, today I'm going to break down this 23-second intro while giving my thoughts on it, so that you know what to expect from the final season. Now, of course, spoiler warning, if you don't want to see Rebecca Sugar's endgame, then you might as well click off this video. Now, the new opening is a reworked version of Happily Ever After, and from the jump, we can see a lot of changes occurred since the end of the movie. And the very first thing we see is Steven, sporting a new black shirt with his usual star in the center. Now, when I first got this, I immediately thought Greg, since he used to wear a ripped black shirt with the star in the center in his younger years. Which I hope isn't another hand-me-down like Steven's old red shirts, especially since that blue shirt actually fits Steven well. Hopefully we'll see it again. In the opening, "We" is a callback to the original theme song, "We Are the Crystal Gems." Now, I bet you're asking why not retire this? Well, they are still the Crystal Gems, but they are moving on from those times. Steven no longer has to venture out to Homeworld to change their minds. And since the toughest fight is over with, they no longer have to stress about saving the day. And even though there are plenty of issues Steven has to deal with this season, it's still a new era of peace. We then get a shot of all the main Crystal Gems, including Bismuth, Lapis, and Peridot being shown front and center in the intro, implying that this season will give more time to the trio making them main characters. Which is something fans have been asking for since Change Your Mind. And I'm all for it, especially since we're getting more Peridot moments. Also, a side note, Bismuth is leaning closer to Garnet and Pearl. Since the events of Change Your Mind and the movie, Bismuth formed a solid relationship with Lapis and Peridot. However, it's strange that even though Bismuth was very close to both Pearl and Garnet, she didn't interact with them even once they got the memories back in the film. So, of course, I'm glad they're finally putting Bismuth back into place. Next, we get a scene of White Diamond reintroducing us to the whole cast. This is where we see White Diamond, Yellow Diamond, Blue Diamond, and yes, even Spindel, which, if you notice, has no tear marks. We see the off colors, the crystal gems, Biggs, and the other uncorrupted gems we saw in the movie and Change Your Mind. Now, I'm hoping that the uncorrupted gems as well as off colors take on a bigger role within this season, especially since most of their accomplishments happened off screen. I mean, I'd love to see an episode centered around the off colors exploring space or learning more about Little Homeworld Society. Come on, Rebecca, put in that extra work and give us another masterpiece. We then see Steven, Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst run through a field right outside Little Homeworld. And if you look closely, you'll see that Little Homeworld is now complete, meaning we might have some Gem Tiny episodes to work through, which I'm sure will be exciting to see. Now, let's get into the funnest part of this opening. Now, what we have here is the Lich possessing the spirit of this beast, making the characters of Steven Universe enraged. Now we just need Billy. Nah, not that Billy. That's it, that's the Billy we all know. Alright, all jokes aside, what we have here is an antagonist shot. We see Jasper, an enraged White Diamond, a cactus monster. We see two Lapises, and what looks like a fusion of an Aquamarine and an unknown gem, with the center of it being an unknown centipede beast. Now, Jasper is more obvious, since a lot of fans came up with theories that Jasper will try to start a rebellion, thus confirming she would try to shake up Homeworld's new beliefs. We can also see a mutant Steven cactus monster, which I think is a nod towards Frybo and Catfingers, meaning this character will probably be a one-off villain founded upon a watermelon Steven gone wrong. I believe they added this in to add more hype, since this character is spooky enough to put in the openings, but it probably won't impact the story as much as the latter. We then see an unknown fusion of a definite Aquamarine, since the tear mark is in the exact same spot, but she comes armed with new wings, 2 pairs of legs, and a new color scheme. Even her uniform looks different, much like Garnet in Reunited. However, chances are, she had fused with a certain Ruby, that also, just as well as Jasper, can't stand Rose Quartz's beliefs. This is further backed up by the ruby-like hairstyle and the red color scheme, which fits perfectly since we all know that Jasper encourages cross-fusing for power. But we can always discuss that in a future video. We then see an enraged White Diamond sporting a pink-like glow. I'm assuming that has something to do with this creature, since we know that White Diamond was trying her hardest to maintain relationships with people, no longer shutting them out. So to have her do a complete 180 out of the blue seems like somebody else is now running the show. Now, this centipede-like creature seems to possess mind control powers that can even break a diamond, which seems like an endgame villain to me, and since this creature's eyes are glowing, it indicates that White is now under its control, the same way that White had managed to control the other gems. Now, since White is the only gem that has this glowing 10, I think that this creature is in control of the other gems in this shot. Now, who is this creature? Well, to answer that, we have to wait for more information to come out. However, it is ironic to see that White, who possesses mind control, is now being controlled herself. Whether this is a coincidence or a planned move, this level of irony is something to be amazed with, especially seeing that Steven Universe can nail this effortlessly. And yes, even though most fans would have already assumed at least one diamond would revert back to the old ways, since the show needs to point out that there's a bigger threat on the horizon. And what better way could you display it by having White Diamond herself being controlled? So naturally, I'm curious to see how this plays out, and of course I can't wait to review it. Now, on a lighter note, we see that Steven is now driving. Specifically, he's driving Greg's Donna Supremo. As we see Peridot pass Steven up riding on her trash can lid, as we then see Connie on Lion and Lapis flying through the air using her wings. We then see them pass the big donut, and if you look closely, you can see gems from Little Homeworld interacting with the Beach City people. And if you look even closer than that, you can see Nana Foy in the background as she ditched her agents for Ruby guards, which could potentially be the Ruby Squad. However, there are only 4 spotted. The 5th one is gone, which strengthens the rogue eyeball theory. The opening ends, however, on the beach where it all started. Everybody sits down and enjoys a barbecue, and we see Steven strumming a guitar, ditching his old ukulele, which shows that Steven is growing up, as he swapped out his old ukulele for something similar, but gives off a more mature vibe. And that's it. All in all though, I'm excited to start reviewing this season. It shows a lot of promise of future villains, new animation designs, and a new story that would tie up all the loose ends that the main story couldn't finish. And of course, Peridot doing her signature 4th wall breaking jokes. And there you have it, a complete breakdown of Steven Universe The Future. First breakdown for this channel, complete. And of course, we have many more coming in the future, so make sure to stick around by pressing that subscribe button. And as always, I'd love to hear from you guys. So which direction will Steven Universe head next? If you got any theories or speculations, then make sure to comment down below so we can start a discussion. Also, make sure to like this video if you find it entertaining so I can keep pumping out videos like this. And as always, I'm TF, and I'm out. See ya.